Okay, we're going to be installing the Procross XF11 surge tank. This is a 255. So there's the tank, there's the parts you get with it, hose, strainer. Okay, so we basically have our sled, we have our hood, our back plastic piece, and our top cowl hood piece removed. So we're going to start by removing the stock fuel pump assembly. So you're basically going to remove 6 of these Torx bits. These are a T20. Going to remove this stock fuel line, moving with this clip, and disconnecting the stock electrical connection. Okay, now with our mounting bolts removed and the ring, we can go ahead and pull this out. And now there's going to be... Okay, we are going to have to reuse the fuel level sender here, which is this piece, and the float assembly. So we're going to want to cut these wires back up here so you have plenty of length, and we're going to remove this by cutting this zip tie to start, and then taking your thumbs and just giving it a good push to snap it off. Okay, with our wires cut back and our zip tie removed, we're able to just push that off, pushing it down away from the lid. And now this is your fuel level sender. Now you'll just take this whole unit right here, slip this into the new bracket location, and this is going to go in just like so, to where it starts at the bottom, and then push it towards the top until it snaps in. Now once it's snapped in, it's good and solid. Okay, now we have this, like this, our fuel level sender on there. Now we're going to just give our level sender just a slight bend, about 2 inches up, about right there, just a slight bend. Now you're also going to want to take note of your fuel level before you start, and then that way after you get done, to ensure that you're at the same fuel level so that you know your sender is reading accurately. So we just want a slight bend in it there, and now we have to attach these 2 blue wires to the 2 black wires. Preferred method is soldering, and we'll show you that here. So the first thing we'll do is flip 2 pieces of shrink wrap over the 2 black wires. Now the polarity doesn't matter on these, you can solder either wire to either wire. The gauge works off the resistance. So now we're basically just going to cut the wires back, shorten them up to where we don't have a big overlap, strip back approximately about a ½ inch on each wire. Okay, now we can just zip tie the wires back to keep them out of the way so they don't get tangled in the float. And all done with the wiring connections. Okay, now after we have our electrical connections all finished, we have to install our strainer for the bottom of the fuel pump. So basically just remove this green plug here, install this onto here with the clocking to be like this. Okay, there's our strainer pushed on. Basically it just pushes on, and then it has little tangs that lock it in. Okay, so now we're basically ready to install our surge tank into the sled. The other thing we have to do is remove the stock O-ring off of this plastic piece, slip it down, install it on the new surge tank. Okay, we have our O-ring installed, and it just sits right up on that groove off of the tank. And now we're ready to install it into the sled.
Now you put your stock line on, back on. Pull that line off. You give you a rubber cap to put over it, then zip tie it.
Next we'll give you
an elbow, yeah.
Oops,
Clamps on it. Put your elbow. And then we give you a supplied piece of line. Put that back on, run that around the front of your, and just cut it off, clamp that down. And that's pretty much it. The end of the install. You need, at this point, you